What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with a special one this time. That is to say, we're going to react to a request and a track provided by major friend and champion of the channel, Adam, who's made an insane amount of music available to me. I've begun to go through a number of different things in the archive he's made available, but even then, it's like the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more to go, but the ABBA deep dive, the Ace of Base deep dive, I started going through the Martin Gore Counterfeit EP. There's some Duran live concerts that I started to go through, in particular the one I'm going through now, the Pleasure Island one. All this comes from Adam, so big ups to Adam. Again, major friend and champion of the channel. Also fun to talk to about music and titles and all sorts of things. We've had some really cool conversations, so big ups to you. And again, provided a couple tracks from the group he used to be in to listen to on the channel, which there's been a couple people who have Robert offered a couple of his covers, still some more that I need to go through, and I've been meaning to get back to that. So if you end up seeing this, apologies to you, but yeah, big ups to Adam, major friend of the channel. And he told me about a track that features vocals from Simon Le Bon of Duran Duran fame, just in case anyone watching this is not familiar. But yeah, we're going to listen to Beautiful Small Machine, or is it Machines plural? I'm not sure that in the moment. It's Machines plural, featuring Simon Le Bon, and the tune is called Simple Joys. So yeah, this is essentially like a Lucky Dip reaction in a way, because I don't know Beautiful Small Machines whatsoever, so I have no context for what their music might be. Now, if they feature Simon Le Bon, you know, I would expect it to maybe be in the pop and or dance domain. That would be my initial guess. Not to say that Simon can't show up with vocals in tracks outside those flavors, but yeah, that would be my initial suspicion. But yeah, generally speaking, not generally speaking, specifically speaking, I've never heard of this group before, so I really don't have any context for that. Simple Joys as a title, you know, the idea that there are certain pleasures which aren't complex, they're not erudite, you don't need to be learned to appreciate them, they're not flavors or experiences which grow on you an acquired taste. It's just a very simple pleasure, something that's fun and or tasty and or pleasant to one or more of your senses. So that could be the sonics of the tune, it could be in reference to, you know, doing an activity like going outside and just, you know, feeling the fresh air and being active and, you know, feeling alive. It could be any number of things that would fit under that general description of an experience that is pleasurable to your senses and is not overly complex or complicated. So let's find out. This is Simple Joy, or Joys plural, sorry, by Beautiful Small Machines featuring Simon Le Bon. Underwater, but also a bit.
I was built from the cold of man, with the hands of Marquis de Sade.
Oh, wow.
A cruel facade. If I could somehow spend another day with you, I'd pluck out the eyes of God.
what they did there.
There's a soul caught in the me. The veins that free, they all expire. Keep me far away from all the noise. I just caught the last boat out of hell. Teach me all the joy of simple joys. I'm not feeling well, but I stand still. I'm not feeling well.
Again, it's not edge, but it's got vibe too.
I'm not feeling well, but I stand still. If you don't
Beautiful. Amazing. I loved it. Shout out to Adam. Just in case. Someone dropped something on stage. Yeah, that's beautiful. I love it. I'm lyrically not quite sure. It sounds like maybe she's found a relationship worth having, or at least someone that can, prove to be more truthful and a better source of joy and enjoyment than she's known before, as she's taking the last boat out of hell, which sounds like she got out just in time, before succumbing to whatever dark forces were in previous relationships or connections. So, yeah, it sounds a bit intense and a bit, right on the edge of true tragedy, but, maybe there's some new light, there's some positivity that she's now going toward away from the hell of her past. So, yeah, enjoyed what I heard, not quite sure what's happening. But seriously, like, Simon not only sounded great, but that first line, like right when he came in, it was, I've said before, the liquid gold thing, that there was never a better example than that moment. So that moment really hit. So even knowing he's on the tune, and imagine hearing that if you didn't know he was on the tune, he just comes in like that, it'd be amazing. But I did also love the voice of the female lead, so shout out to her. Especially at the end, it was really sweet and sublime, but it also kind of, the way it petered out, it was a bit breathy. It felt like also vulnerable and, just very true and personal. So enjoyed that delivery. So yeah, really cool track. Shout out to Adam once again. Really appreciate you. And yeah, let me know what you think. I'm curious, if people, Duranies and other fans of Simon, what they'll think of this. I think, like if you maybe added a bit of a synth here, a bit of a synth there. I mean, honestly, even without any changes, it feels like it could have been a Duran track with a guest female singer. So it felt very much in the wheelhouse where you might expect to hear Simon's voice in the first place. So yeah, really enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.